This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, I want to give you guys an epic breakdown of the Toronto Raptors versus the Golden State Warriors. And let me explain why in basketball, you have to look at the totality of everything before you come with an assessment or an assumption of how things should be. First and foremost, you got to look at the series for what it is. The Golden State Warriors, the way that they play in a dub nation system that's called strength in numbers. Key, strength in numbers, folks. So hear me and hear me well. When you play with strength of numbers, that means that you have to have the numbers, right? Again, commonest sense. I'm stating the most obvious because that's what the realms that I reside in. Remember, I got these things in leagues and in bounds. So again, hear me and hear me well. Strength in numbers. But look at the numbers of the Dub Nation. Their numbers are dwindling. Let me say that again. Their numbers are dwindling because I have to let this marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Their numbers are not there, folks. The Toronto Raptors, look at their injury ratio. The injury ratio is not like the Golden State Warriors. So if we're going by a battle of attrition, and we're going by a battle of who's going to outlast who, because you have to look at it from this semantics, right? From this scenario and this standpoint, then the Toronto Raptors will be victorious. Because last time I checked, Kevin Durant is not there to show up and show out. Yeah, you got DeMarcus Cousins, but DeMarcus Cousins at times can be inconsistent. Stephen Curry, we know he's a walking, inconsistent Nightwing. He's not a full-time Batman, folks. Now your third wheel is injured in Klay Thompson. That was the guy who was supposed to team up with Nightwing to give you Splash Brothers material. You're not even going to get that. Draymond Green, he has been basically through his whole history of Golden State Warriors, a man of inconsistency. You have Andre Iguodala back, but how much of Andre Iguodala do we have at this point? Remember, he has aged a few years now. This is not the same Andre Iguodala that locked down LeBron James a few years back in 2015. This is the Andre Iguodala of 2019, folks. So this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, you need Kevin Durant to put you over the top. It's just simple basketball, folks. This is basketball 0-0-1, not 101, 0-0-1. You have to look at everything at its base roots. I'm giving you everything at its lamest terms. Now, I know people sit here and say, there's no I in team. Man, y'all need to go watch Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech back in 2009. Because I don't care what anybody got to tell me, man. Anyone that understands basketball at the highest levels knows that your highest superstars at the highest degree and the highest order, they got to go out there and get you guys basketball games, folks. What do I mean by that? They got to be able to deliver you 2 to 3 games off the strength of their abilities in situational basketball moments and in pressurized situations. Let me say that again. They have to deliver you their abilities in situational basketball moments and in pressurized situations. If you don't have that superstar play that can consistently do that, you're not winning the series. People are sitting here saying that Golden State Warriors have home court advantage. What home court advantage do they really have? The only way home court advantage benefits you is if you win most of your games on your home floor, folks. I'm going to say that again. The only way that home court advantage benefits you is if you win most of your games on your home floor. This means that the Golden State Warriors has to win 2 more games on their home floor. If they don't do that, they're going to lose the series. Especially if they don't have the strength in numbers. Especially if they don't have Kevin Durant. How can they deliver the goods? How can you deliver something when you don't have a person who can consistently deliver it for you? You have to understand that Kevin Durant is the only player on that team that can flow within and without the flow of the offense. So they need him, man. Stephen Curry is a system player. There is a scouting report on how to guard him and shut him down. All you have to do is put a physical defender in his face that can make him pick up his dribble. That's another way of saying Make him work. It's another way of saying forcing him to dribble the ball to the point to where he burns the shot clock out. That's what I mean when I say pick up your damn dribble. You have two defenders in that respective regard that can do that. One in extremely elite Kawhi Leonard and another one in a high-octane Danny Green. Now you don't have Klay Thompson. So mind you, that means to tell me Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green could take turns shutting down Stephen Curry. You guys have to understand the predicament that the Golden State Warriors is in. See, I'm trying to educate you guys, but you guys are not looking at reality. This is why you need somebody like Hino's Sport to bring you that heat and that fire so that I can keep you guys clear-headed. Because clearly you're not. You're so caught up. Everything is woo-woo. They won a game. The series has just begun, folks. It's a 1-1 series. This is a tick-for-tack series. I've been telling people this from the jump. My predictions have reigned not only true, but they've reigned right since I've been mentioning this stuff from round one in the NBA playoffs. I've been almost always right, or damn near almost always right, or damn near always right on my predictions. So it's not going to fail. Kevin Durant is needed, especially in a game 3, because he can be that deciding factor that can now force the Toronto Raptors to have to put Kawhi Leonard home on somebody. Now you got a scenario where, yeah, you don't have Klay Thompson anymore, but now Kawhi Leonard has to guard Kevin Durant one-on-one, and that leaves Stephen Curry with Danny Green. That's a situation where if Stephen Curry is hot, he can razzle-dazzle Danny Green. You understand now how the strength is regained back in numbers? So hear me and hear me well, because I'm educating you guys. Take out your notepads and scribble. This is what's going to happen. If Kevin Durant is there, the Golden State Warriors three-peat. If Kevin Durant is not there, the Golden State Warriors do not three-peat, folks. That's the reality. All this stuff about, the Golden State Warriors won when Kevin Durant wasn't there. Let's see. You're a prisoner of your last moment, right? Because you guys are prisoners of the moments and prisoners of the second, right? Why did they went and go get Kevin Durant after the failed 2016 year? It's because Stephen Curry, once Draymond Green got hurt, right? And it was all on Stephen Curry's back, they couldn't deliver. This is the same situation we're in right now, because all you're doing is swapping Draymond Green for Klay Thompson. You think Stephen Curry is going to be able to deliver? Then y'all not watching basketball. You guys are clearly not looking at the scouting report. The advantage right now, if you're talking about strength in numbers, bodes in the Toronto Raptors' favors, folks. So clearly they are going to win this series as constructed as is. You've seen the best that you could possibly see in a lack of strength of numbers for the Golden State Warriors. They can't get no better than that. But guess what? The Toronto Raptors did not play their best in game 2. And that's scary. So all this nonsense about, the Toronto Raptors blew a chance, that's bullshit, man. They weren't even expected to win the first 2 games. Mind you, especially if a Kevin Durant wasn't there. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, folks. This series is a very troubling and a telltale series for the Golden State Warriors. And when Kevin Durant shows up, whenever that may be, he will be the savior for the Golden State Warriors. But if he doesn't come in this series, there is no three-peat. And you guys got to let that marinate in the corpus callosum. You got to let it marinate in the cerebellum. Because if you don't do that, then you know what? You're deceiving yourself, which is the worst deception or form of deception there is, especially when it comes to the game of basketball. Now, you know what you've done? You've brain full of mush and you've brainwashed yourself, and you've become your own version of a dodo head. That's exactly what you've become. So hear me and hear me well. No KD, no three-peat. Yes, KD, yes, three-peat. This is Hino's Sport. Checking out.